So today I'm going to be showing you how I cook this whole chicken in the oven. This is a highly requested video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, would love for you guys to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. So let's get started with the video.
Hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I make my rotisserie chicken in the oven. Hi! I know there's a lot of seasonings, and I've said it before, I use like 1,000 seasonings, but I'm going to show you how I make it, and also too how to make it where you don't have to use as many seasonings as I do. So let me just quickly show you what you're going to need. You're going to need a baking tray of your choice. I usually use an aluminum foil one. It's just easy cleanup, but today I don't have one, so I'm going to be using this with some aluminum foil. And then you're going to be needing some baking spray. You probably really don't need it, but I just rather play it safe. So I have a cooking spray. You're going to need some butter. I will be putting all the measurements down below. I usually don't measure them out. I eyeball everything. That's just the way I cook. But for example, here I have about 3 ounces of butter. Any butter of your choice. I just happen to have my Kerrygold butter. You're going to be needing, yes, baby. Okay, thank you. You're going to be needing this Goya seasoning, the adobo one. Also too, some black pepper, some seasoning salt. This is just my favorite seasoning salt that I like to use is the Lawry's. You're gonna need some garlic salt. And if you're not a fan of using garlic salt, garlic powder will work too. And then I add a little bit of this chicken seasoning. And then I like to add 1 packet of this Sazon Goya. And the one that I'll be using is the cilantro with tomato. They have different ones. So they have this one, they have this seasoning package, and then they also have this one. They're very good, very flavorful. If you do not want to use all the seasonings, the basic ones that I would recommend is the Lawry's seasoning salt, seasoned salt, pepper, for sure this one, the package one, because it gives it that red color. It's like, you'll see it when it's done, and it's very good. So definitely you're gonna need this one. So if you could just stick to these 3, the seasoned salt, the Goya packet, and also the black pepper, you're good to go. But if you really want to get it as close as possible, I would even recommend and go the step further and get this adobo one. It's really good, but this is what gives it the color. This you cannot do without it. Probably even without the seasoning salt, those 3 too would be good too. But like I said, definitely have either these 4 or those 3. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave me those in the comments. So I'm going to show you, besides all my seasonings, you will need some chicken or meat of your choice. I've done this with whole chicken, and it's just an easy way to buy whole chicken if you get it on sale. Feeds a couple of people, and then a couple of potatoes. So I'm going to get that ready and I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm just going to cut my potatoes in no particular form, but this is just about the thickness that I'm going to be using. And I'm just going to cut of them. You can use as many potatoes as you want. It's really up to you. We do have a family of 5, so I like to add at least 1 potato for everybody. But if I do have extra, of course I will throw in a 2 or 3 of them. In this case, I'm using about 7 of them, because even though we are a family of 5, I do have my niece with me today, so make sure everybody gets a little potato. So yeah, just gonna keep chopping this up and I'll show you what it is. I do have my chicken nice and clean here, and then I'll show you how I assemble this already. So I have a little bit of the seasoning here, just very little bit of everything. And what I'm gonna do is I already cleaned my chicken. Inside the cavity of the chicken, I need to add some of this seasoning. Every time you're making a whole chicken or a turkey, it's really important to season the inside of it. And see, I didn't even add all of it. So I'm going to do that. And now I'm going to transfer this to my baking pan. This is just what I use right now to hold it so you could get a better visual. So I'm going to take off these gloves and get new ones. And just the remainder of my seasonings, I'm going to start adding that on top. Another glove really quick. Okay, so I'm going to start with the pepper first. And I'm just going to add pepper all over. If you don't like pepper, just skip the pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of the Goya one. This is the one I'm going to add right now. And just sprinkle about that. And then I like the Lawry seasoning. The reason I get the Lawry seasoning, it gives it really good flavors to the meat, but also color. And then you would think with so many seasonings it would be salty, but it's actually not. Now I'm adding the Lawry's garlic salt. Can't really see it. And then last but not least, I'm gonna go in with the Sazon Goya, and this is what I'm saying that's really important for you to add. No, this is chicken, baby, before you go. You want pizza? Okay.
Pizza?
This is what gives it that color, and this is not salty at all. Okay, now that I have it all seasoned pretty much, all I'm going to do is just make sure I rub it all the way in there. Make sure it's getting all over that flavor. And then I did forget to say, make sure you do preheat your oven at 400 because this is going to go in the oven for 400. This doesn't need to like marinate or anything. You just want to make sure you give it a good rub just to make sure all the seasoning gets distributed all over. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the potatoes. Because this little rack is a little bit smaller, gonna season the potato a little bit on the side. So yeah, it gives it, this is that seasoning package, that's what gives it this nice beautiful color. So I'm gonna add the potatoes, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of butter, and I'm gonna show you how I do that next. So I'm just gonna add my potatoes now, and I try to just stick them in there wherever I can. It goes really good on the sides, but like I said, this pan is a little bit smaller than what I'm used to working with. As long as it's not too overcrowded, they will cook. And then I add a little bit of the seasoning on top, so I'm going to do that next. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. I did have to season the potatoes in like a separate bowl because it was just easier to do that. This pan is a little too small. But now I'm going to add my butter. What I did was I cut my butter in cubes, and it doesn't have to be room temperature. This is fine. And then I'm just gonna be adding the butter. Let me get you guys closer. Add the butter just all around. Add some on top. If you could get some under the skin, that would be really good. Right now I'm a little short on time, and I've done it under the skin and also on top, and it still tastes the same, but if you want to do that, it gives it more crustier skin. So just add little bits of butter all over, and eventually these will melt in the oven, and they'll just make their own juices with the chicken and the potato. And just make sure I have that all over. So this is what it looks like. And I did overcrowd it with potatoes, but that's fine. I'm going to put this in the oven. So then I do have it at 400, and I'm going to set my oven to about 1 hour and 30 minutes. If you have, you take it out and it's not still fully cooked, give it another 30 minutes. I would say the max 2 hours. But 1 hour and 30 minutes, start with that. You can always check if your chicken is fully cooked. You're going to check with the thigh and make sure it reaches to 160 degrees with a meat thermometer, or just cut through to make sure it's fully cooked. This is what the chicken looks like when it's all cooked. We're having lots of carbs tonight, so we're going to be making it and pairing this with a quesadilla. Definitely can add whatever veggies or side dish that you want. If you don't like potatoes, totally skip the potatoes and just cook your chicken this way. So this chicken is perfect if you have leftovers. You can definitely shred the chicken, add some tomato, onion, and some chile if you want it, and then add a couple of more seasonings just to spice it up and make a burrito. You can also shred this and have this on salads. There's endless possibilities with the leftover chicken. So I want to say a big thank you for everybody who requested this video. Thank you for everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I truly appreciate it. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you guys to stick around and subscribe. This is the way my husband's having it. He just adds a little bit of that juice and gives it more flavor. I like to have it just with the potatoes on the side, the chicken breast, and a salad. So I do hope you guys enjoy. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye!